Hi students, welcome to Alphos e-learning chemistry classes for second year. The running chapter is solid state and now we are in session number 8. And in previous sessions we discussed about the analysis of cubic unit cell, and there we discussed about the contribution of the lattice points from different positions to unit cell, and also we calculate the number of atoms per unit cell when these different contributions from different lattice points are sum up. And thereafter I provided some numericals to you. I hope you solved them and are waiting for the solutions. Here I am going to provide you the hints for the numericals, and thereafter we will continue for some more numericals, and then we will discuss today's session's topic, that is nothing but the mass of unit cell, volume of unit cell, and density of unit cell. How to measure all these three we will discuss in this session. Okay, let us start with this numerical. And first numerical what I provided to you is a compound is formed by two elements A and B, and of that A atoms, that is A element atoms, are at corners, and B element atoms are at face centers. Then they are asking to find formula of the compound. How to get it? Simply, when we are considering the contributions of different elements from different positions, you can get the number of atoms of each element, and then these two combinedly when we write, it is giving the formula of the compound. Clear? And now let us write that A is at corners. So when it is corner, how many corners will be for a cubic unit cell? 8, and each one is contributing 1 by 8. Totally 1 atom will present. Clear? And B atoms, these are present at face centers. How many face centers we can assume for the cubic unit cell? 6, and the contribution of each lattice point or each atom is 1 by 2, that is 3. So here A atoms are 1 and B atoms are 3 in number, and thereby AB3 is the formula of the compound. Is it? And next we have to go for the second problem. It is nothing but, here they are providing a solid has cubic structure. Here they are providing 3 atoms. Instead of 2 atoms, they are giving 3 atoms. Let me repeat that question. It is nothing but a solid has X atoms, that is X element atoms. Here it is not the number, just they are giving X as the element. X atoms located at corners, they are at corners. And Y atoms means Y element atoms. Y atoms are at body center, and then O element atoms at edge center. Then they are asking for formula of the compound. Formula of compound is what? I think now already you solved it. Again, let me give the hint. X is at corners, and hence 8 into 1 by 8, it is 1. Y is at body center, When it is at body center, it is 1 into 1, nothing but 1. And O is at edge centers, it is new. But already we know. How many edge centers we can assume for a cubic unit cell? 12. So 12 into. What is the contribution of each edge center? 1 by 4. So this is coming to 3. That means X, Y, O3 is the formula of the compound. Clear? And now coming to the next question, it is a different one. It is given as potassium, the element or the metal potassium is of having body centered cubic structure. It is given potassium has BCC structure. Then they are asking to find the number of unit cells present in 4 grams of potassium. This is the question given. And now first of all we have to find how many atoms per unit cell in BCC structure. And now let us recollect that concept related to BCC. Body centered cubic means the atoms are occupying the corners. In addition to corners, they are also present at center of the body. This is the condition for BCC. And now when the atoms are present like that, the total atoms per unit cell from all the contributions is measured as corners. 8 into 1 by 8 is 1. Body center 1 into 1, that is 1. So it is 2 atoms per unit cell. 2 atoms per unit cell. And here the atomic weight is given. Atomic weight of potassium is given as 39. And as we know, 39 grams of potassium has 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23 atoms. It is nothing but from Avogadro's concept, mole concept. 1 gram atomic weight of any element possesses Avogadro number of atoms. So this is, and now when 39 grams possess this number of atoms, 4 grams have how much atoms? It is nothing but 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23 by 39 into 4. This is the number of atoms that present in 4 grams of potassium. But we know this number when present in 4 grams, 2 atoms is equal to 1 unit cell. Just you observe, 2 atoms is equal to 1 unit cell. So this number of atoms converting into unit cell is nothing but number of unit cells in 4 grams potassium is equal to total number of total number of atoms present in 4 grams of unit cell by 2, that is 2, because 2 atoms is equal to 1 unit cell, and thereby when we are getting the total number of atoms present in 4 grams of potassium, that number by 2 will provide the number of unit cells simply. Clear? And thereby it is, and now we are getting 2. It is 12.04 into 10 to the power of 23 by 39. This value, whatever you are getting, that is the number of unit cells. Clear? That is one model question. And now let me discuss some more models where sometimes they are asking the question by stating that one of the atom at certain position or from certain lattice points are missing, then what will be the composition of that compound? Like that questions they are asking, and here are some questions. Let me first let me give that questions, and thereby you can solve. You will try to solve. Here it is given as an ionic compound. In this session it is problem 4, I think. An ionic compound is given, is made of A and B. An ionic compound is made of A and B. It has FCC structure. What is FCC? Face centered cubic structure. And here A atoms are arranged at corners. A atoms are at corners and B atoms are at face centers. This is the condition given. But here one of the atoms is missing from the corner. That is, A atoms present at corner, but once it is when both corners and face centers are occupied, they are nothing but FCC structure. Let us draw imaginary diagram. This is face centered cubic structure. Just corners, all the corners are with A. That means corners are 8, and face centers, these are face centers. How many face centers? 6. But the condition what they are giving is one of the corner is missing. Just the data is changed slightly by stating that even though A atoms are occupying at corners, one of the corner atom is missed. Then what will be the formula or composition of the compound? What is it? That is what they are asking. Okay, and now let us assume this. Actually A at corners it is 8 into 1 by 8, but now it is not 8, just it is 7. So now we are getting the number of atoms of A is 7 into 1 by 8. That is nothing but 7 by 8. And B atoms are present at face centers. And how many face centers? 6 into 1 by 2. That is 3. So A should be 7 by 8. B should be 3. This is the composition. But to clear the fraction on both sides, let us multiply with 8, the denominator 8, and then we are getting A 7, B 24. This is the formula of the compound. Just they are giving the data, and thereafter they are asking to assume that one of the atom at certain position is missed. So when it is missed, you have to reduce this number. In case one atom is missing, here we are reducing one atom at a corner. In case if they ask to find 2 corners missed, then you have to reduce the 8 into 6. In case if they ask to find alternate corners missed, alternate corners missed means out of 8, alternate corner means it is nothing but 4 corners missed. Then we have to consider only 4 corner atoms. Like that, when they are providing the missing data, just imagine how many atoms missed and their contribution is not counted. Clear? That is about. And now let me give one more model on this. It is nothing but in a face-centered cubic arrangement of X and Y. So now again the elements are X and Y they considered. It is, I think, problem number 5. here in FCC, face centered cubic, arrangement of X and Y. These are the two elements that are present in FCC. In FCC, two elements X and Y atoms present, where Y atoms are at corners. Y atoms are at corners and X atoms are at face centers. This is the data given, and now one of the X atom is missing from one of the face in the unit cell. This one, actually corners is 8, face center 6. Now the condition given is one of the X atom is missing from face center, so the remaining face center atoms are only 5. This one is missing. That is the data given. Now they are asking to find formula of the compound. Formula of compound is what? Just in previous case, they are asking to assume that one of the corner is missing, but here in this case, by providing the data, they are asking to assume that one of the face center is missing. I think now you know how to solve the question. Can you solve it? It is Y atoms is nothing but 8 into 1 by 8, that is nothing but 1, and X atoms, this is nothing but, actually it should be 6, but here only 5, so 5 into 1 by 2, that is 5 by 2, and now it is Y X 5 by 2. To clear the fraction, we have to multiply both the two atoms with 2, and then what we are getting? Y2 X5. This is the formula of the compound. Are you getting clear? And now let me provide one more model on this, then we will move to the next topic. It is nothing but, if three elements X, Y and Z, these three are present now. These are crystallized in a cubic solid crystal. In cubic crystal form they are arranged, X, Y and Z. It is problem number 6. Here three elements X, Y and Z crystallized into cubic crystal, where X atoms are at corners and Y atoms at body center, and then Z atoms at edge centers. Then if they are giving the condition, if the atoms at corners along body diagonal axis are missing, then find formula of compound. It is somewhat, you have to imagine the total. What they are giving here is, this is actual condition for the given data. It is cubic unit cell. Here corners are there at these corners X atoms are there, and at body center Y is there, and at edge center Z is there. Okay, we need not worry about X and Y, no, Y and Z, because Y is at body center and Z is at edge center. Directly we can count because they are not missing. Clear? But X is missing. How many X? They are not giving the number directly. Instead of that, they ask to imagine that one of the body diagonal axis, this is body diagonal axis, from one corner to the other corner, opposite. Clear? And now these two are missing. So how many corners totally missing? Two corners are totally missing because they are present along with body diagonal axis. Clear? And now when it is missing two corners, X is now assumed to be 6 into 1 by 8. That is nothing but 6 by 8, that is 3 by 4. And then Y is 1 into 1, that is 1. And Z, how many Z atoms? Z is edge center is 12 into 1 by 4 contribution, that is 3. So now actual condition is X 3 by 4, Y 1, Z 3. And now to clear the fraction, we have to multiply all the atoms with 4 because 4 is the denominator. Then what we are getting is X 3, Y 4, Z 9. This is the condition, or this is the formula of the compound. Like that, they may ask the question related to the missing of the atoms from different positions by direct giving the data, or they may ask the question related to when different positions are along the axis, along the face center, or along one axis are present in body diagonal. Like that, they may ask the questions. Clear? So like that, you have to, when you are having highest grip in the topic, that is in concept, then only you are able to solve these questions. I hope you solved, you are able to solve this type of numericals. Clear? And now let us move to the next topic of this session, that is nothing but how to measure the mass of the unit cell, and then how to measure the volume of the unit cell, and then how to measure the density of the unit cell. Clear? And now here it is, finding mass of unit cell. Finding mass of unit cell. Just we know for cubic, that is cubic unit cell. Cubic unit cells, already we know they are of three kinds. One is simple cube, and second one is face centered cubic, and third one is body centered cubic. These are the three cubic unit cells, already we discussed. Clear? And now let us consider this. To find the mass of unit cell, what we have to consider is how many atoms are present in that unit cell, if you know, and each atom weight into the number of atoms present in that unit cell is nothing but the mass of unit cell. Again, just first let us consider the number of atoms. Number of atoms per unit cell. How to measure for simple cube? It is simple cube is nothing but 8 into 1 by 8, that is 1. Here Z is 1, and in face center it is 8 into 1 by 8 plus 6 into 1 by 3. Totally it is 4. Clear? And now in case of body centered, it is 8 into 1 by 8 plus 1 into 1, that is 2. This is the Z value for different cubic unit cells. Z value for different cubic unit cells. And now we know if atomic weight is A, atomic weight, it is nothing but gram atomic weight. When it is given as atomic weight, by default it is nothing but gram atomic weight. if gram atomic weight of any element is A, then weight of each atom is, how to measure? What is the weight of each atom? When gram atomic weight is A, what is gram atomic weight is A, what is the weight of each atom? Is it each atom is gram atomic weight? No. 1 gram atomic weight of any element has Avogadro number of atoms. We know it is mole concept or Avogadro number concept. 1 gram atomic weight of any element possesses Avogadro number of atoms. Clear? So when the gram atomic weight is assumed to be A grams of that element possess Avogadro number. Now what is each atom weight? It is nothing but A by Avogadro number 23, and this is taken as A by N0. N0 here is nothing but Avogadro number. Clear? And now when one atom weight is known for us, then automatically the mass of unit cell is nothing but the number of atoms present in that unit cell into the weight of each atom. Just you observe. In case of simple cube, how many atoms? Only one atom is present. So one atom weight it itself is the unit cell weight. And whereas in case of FCC, how many atoms present? 4 atoms. So each atom weight we know it is nothing but A by N0, and then 4 atoms weight is nothing but equal to unit cell weight. And similarly for BCC, 1 atom weight, in case if we are considering as A by N0, 2 atoms present per unit cell, and thereby the unit cell weight is nothing but 2 into A by N0. So like that, here it is 1 into A by N0, here it is 4 into A by N0, and here it is 2 into A by N0. With all these, we can generalize a formula. What is that generalized formula? What is this 1, 4, 2? They are nothing but the number of atoms per unit cell. That depends on the type of the unit cell, and these are generally represented with Z. So with that one, we can consider mass of unit cell is equal to Z into A by N0. I think now you can get the idea. A by N0 is nothing but the mass of each atom, and now into Z. Z is nothing but the number of atoms that present per unit cell. That will give the mass of unit cell. Are you clear? And now let us move to the next topic, that is nothing but volume of unit cell. Finding the volume of unit cell. As you know, dear students, just you observe, we are having the topic only related to cubic unit cells. So here the volume of, finding volume of unit cell. Here we are considering cubic crystal or cubic system. So cube means it is of having, already we know the previous parameters for cube. A is equal to B is equal to C, and thereafter alpha is equal to beta is equal to gamma is equal to 90. That is the cubic condition, is it not? And now here it is A, say for example if it is A, and if it is B, and it is C, X axis, Y axis, Z axis. Here what we are considering, A is equal to B is equal to C, but volume is nothing but A into B into C, but all these three are equal, and thereby we can consider this as A into A into A, that is a cube. That is volume of cubic unit cell V is equal to A cube. Here A is equal to edge length. This is edge length. Just for a cube, it is nothing but length, width, height. All these three are same, and thereby we are getting. But here the concept what we have to learn is edge length is always given. A is given in angstrom units. Just you remember. Say for example, edge length is X angstrom units. We should not directly consider it in angstrom units. Just we have to convert into meter cube, or it should be converted into centimeters, because our regular practice is with centimeters or meters. That's why. And already we know 1 angstrom unit is equal to 10 to the power of minus 8 centimeters. So when A is X angstrom units, just you considered it is equal to X into 10 to the power of minus 8 centimeters. And A cube is nothing but X into 10 to the power of minus 8 to the power 3 centimeter cube. And it is nothing but equal to X cube into 10 to the power of minus 24 centimeter cube. Like that you have to consider. That is just when, in case if they are directly giving in centimeters, no problem at all. But in case if they are giving that in angstrom units, just convert them into centimeters. Only in centimeters or meters you have to consider the volumes. After completion, in case if they are asking any reverse numerical, then also first you find that edge length or volume in centimeters, then reduce into edge length and then convert into angstrom units. Are you clear with this one? That is about. Altogether simply we can say that the volume is nothing but A cube. Clear? And now finding the density of unit cell. Now the next topic is finding density of unit cell for cubic unit cell itself. For cubic crystal, what will be the density? Already we discussed the two factors related to this unit cell. That is nothing but mass and volume. Mass of unit cell we know. Mass of unit cell is Z into A by N naught. This is mass of unit cell. Just now we discussed volume of unit cell. Volume of unit cell is equal to A cube. And now we know density formula. Density rho, here for crystals it is represented with the letter rho, is nothing but mass of unit cell. Here when it is density of unit cell, then it is mass of unit cell by volume of unit cell. Is it not? And now let us consider this mass of unit cell Z into A by N naught, and volume of unit cell, what is that? By A cube. Simply on rearrangement we are getting rho is equal to Z into A by A cube into N naught. This is the formula to calculate the density of unit cell. Are you clear with all these three? Be thorough with this one. In next session we will solve some 1 or 2 numericals for each model of this concept, and then we will enter into the next topic. Clear?